What's going on, Pokemon trainers? Welcome to episode 56 of Gotta Watch 'Em All, the podcast where we talk all things Pokemon before watching along with an episode of Pokemon the series starting all the way back at episode 1. But today we will be watching episode 57, Beach Blank-Out Blastoise. Today is Friday, January 25th, 2019. I'm one of your hosts, Ken Pescator, joined by my co-host, Adam Tuttle. Adam, how are you? How's it going?
I am doing flippin' fantastic. Feeling good.
This is a good one.
Yeah, no, this episode is
so good.
So far of this season, this is my favorite episode.
Yeah, for sure. I can't wait to dig into it. We had a ton of action in the last two episodes. It's just they've been the hits keep coming, so I'm pretty excited about that. But your week's been good, man. You got to get out there and play any Go.
I played Pokemon Go. I watched some streams of the TCG.
Oh, nice.
And I didn't make it out to a pre-release, but I'm still going to go to my local card shop and pick up some team-up packs.
Nice. Yeah.
ASAP.
Yeah, I think I might bite the bullet and just go and get a case. Maybe we'll split one. But yeah, I definitely want to get these cards. If for nothing else, the art is just so fantastic in this set that I just want to get my hands on them. But little housekeeping really quick. This podcast is powered by Patreon. Please check ours out over at patreon.com/gottawatchemall, where you can support this show for as little as $1 a month. And that $1 will get you access to our patron exclusive Discord, which is a fantastic place filled with fantastic people. And I want to give a huge shout out to our show supporter tier patrons, Brittany, Jay, Jessica, Keith, Matt, M. Pitts, Terry, David, Chris, Sydney, and Bacon L. Thank you guys so incredibly much. We appreciate all of your support. It really means a ton.
We most certainly do.
Yeah, it's awesome. All right, on today's show, we got some really cool news. I was invited to take part in the UPPL, the United Podcasters Pokemon League, a draft tournament of Pokemon podcast creators that are, doing some competitive battles, which is completely outside of my comfort zone. And I had my first taste of competitive Pokemon play today, and it was pretty awesome. And I did better than I thought I would, which was pretty good. So we'll talk about that and what this program is all about. And I'd like everyone to get involved and check out this podcast. New Eeveelution's TCG boxes have been released, and Adam, we have a video call going, and it seems like you have a big box in front of you. So,
yes, I just picked up the Flareon one.
Awesome. So these, whenever they do these boxes, they have a myriad of stuff inside. So we'll break out these boxes and let you know what's going on there. TCG cards are available in General Mills cereals. Every so often they do this, and if I ever need an excuse to buy, Cinnamon Toast Crunch or something, like, this is it. So
Whoa. That's my son's favorite cereal.
Well, now it's your favorite cereal because you can get TCG cards for free inside.
All right, going for it.
Awesome. And they even have an exclusive card to an exclusive retailer. So I thought that was really hilarious that you can actually go chasing down some cereal. And we're going to talk about some cool Pokemon stuff on Etsy. The last time we did this, Adam ended up making a impulse buy with the shocked Pikachu sweatshirt, which
let's not talk about.
I'm so glad you did, because that was just fantastic. Pokemon Go had a major flub, had an event for Phoebus Limited Research. We'll talk about this, and it did not go over well with the community at large. And yeah, we'll talk about how that went. And then we'll finally end the episode with a watch-along of Pokemon the Series, episode 57, Beach Blank-Out Blastoise. All right, Adam, I want to talk about this UPPL Tournament Draft League. This is completely outside of my comfort zone. So these guys reached out to us on Twitter, and what this is all about is a content creator collective of all Pokemon podcasters. And they had this idea of doing a draft tournament, and now they were kind of thinking, are we going to do this on Ultra Sun and Moon, or are we going to do this on Pokemon Showdown? They ended up deciding to do it through Pokemon Showdown, which I've never used. I've seen plenty of videos, and I've read about it in the press plenty over the years, but I've never done it. And it's this amazingly well choreographed draft league with various content creators, podcast creators, coaching teams. They have these awesome names. Like, it's just super, super well done. I'm going to link to it in the description. I want everyone to check this out, because this is a really cool concept that's kind of meta on the content creator side, but it's actually really cool because they bring it all together with a podcast, and then you end up hearing podcast hosts from shows that you've never heard before. I have so much podcast content to listen to right now. It's absolutely insane because there are some Pokemon podcasts out there that I never knew existed that are exceptionally intriguing and exceptionally well done. And I'll link to the UPPL site so you can go check them out on Twitter and stuff, and then ultimately connect with all the creators and all the podcasts that are on this roster because it's a lot of fun. And I've never done any competitive before, so I'm really excited to give this a whirl. Now, Adam, when they do season 2, you're going to be stepping up to the plate, so hopefully I'll be able to learn something.
You're going to have to give me some pointers.
Dude, I'm flying by the seat of my pants. I have no idea what the heck I'm doing with competitive, and I had my first 2 battles today. So what ended up happening was Sylph Radio, which is a fantastic Pokemon podcast, the host of that show had a team in this league and unfortunately had to drop out because his schedules just wouldn't line up with, getting battles done because you have to do them in real time. So when the spot opened up, that's why I was able to jump in on season 1. Now, originally I was going to, start this on season 2, but since this hole opened up in the roster, it was like a great opportunity, and they're only on week 2 of their tournament, so I didn't miss much. So I was able to make up my 2 matches today. I'm not going to talk about the results or anything. Definitely listen to the UPPL podcast to hear exactly what happened. But it was so much fun. I'm telling you, man, I had Post-its and notepads and Word documents. I had data and information all over me. It was like a war zone of paper. And I ended up having these amazing battles on Showdown, which is exceptionally impressive for an in-browser thing, which is this battle simulator, and it was just a lot of fun. And it has opened my eyes to draft play, and it has opened my eyes to what competitive can be all about. So I'm excited to get you started on this, man. I think this could be a lot of fun.
It sounds like fun.
It's so awesome, and it's so I'm so focused on Pokemon Go in my day-to-day life that I'm still kind of living in Gens 1 through 4 because that's all Pokemon Go has gotten to. So doing this and having the full roster of Pokemon available to choose from the draft, it was awesome. So I have this, really awesome team built out. The name of my team that I created is the Amsterdam Coughing, which is a fantastic name. I thought it was really, really funny. And on my team, I've got Pokemon like Mega Alakazam. I have Hawlucha. I've got some stuff in there that's pretty unique that I would never necessarily think would be in my wheelhouse of Pokemon, and that's what makes it so awesome. I'm learning so much, so definitely check this out. Check out this podcast, and it's just a fantastic opportunity to connect with other creators and hear some new podcasts. So
yeah, I'm excited to listen. I mean, honestly, I think I listen to our podcast after we do it and you release it before any of the other podcasts. I don't know why.
For science.
But I get a crack out of it.
Listen to how cool this is. Speaking of science, one of the teams in this UPPL league, they have a podcast called The Science of Pokemon, and the hosts are 3 actual scientists, and they talk like super nerdy perspectives on Pokemon, and if Pokemon were in the real world, how things could work. It's so awesome. Like, one's a biologist, one does this. It's so cool. There's so much cool content out there, and I want everyone to check it out. So UPPL, I'll put all the links in the description. Adam, since I guess you just tore into the Flareon box, why don't you talk about these Eeveelution's special collections?
Well, I just want to read the back of it, because that's pretty much all you need to know. It says, everyone loves Eevee and its powerful evolutions. This special collection includes 2 awesome cards from the Eevee family, both Pokemon GX for maximum impact at the table, and maximum fun as part of your Pokemon TCG collection.
Nice.
Burn bright and rule the arena with Eevee GX and Flareon GX by your side. And rip into 5 Pokemon TCG booster packs to expand your collection. Darn tootin', I'm going to rip into these 5.
Okay, hard stop.
And 1 at the end of the show.
Hard stop. So, boosters are great. Whenever I see an advertisement for a new box, and they don't disclose the packs that come with it, like they just kind of put the generic, and it comes with 5 boosters.
Hey, I'll take anything if it's not Steam Siege. I'm getting evolutions, and I will take that.
But that's what I'm saying. These
it came
are
with
some
2 Lost Thunder, a Celestial Storm, Guardians Rising, and an Evolutions.
Okay. All right. That's not that bad. But what I saw on PokeBeach, that they were throwing some XY boosters in there too. One of these boxes has XY boosters in it, which isn't even in format. So it's like,
well, the Eeveelutions isn't either.
Eeveelutions. Oh, you're right. So, like, I understand.
No, I'm saying Eeveelutions. It's evolutions.
Yeah, it's the Eeveelution.
I'm stuck
box.
on the Eevees.
No, but it's you would think that brand new box, they would at least put cards in there that are in format. But I understand why they do this. But I don't know. Whenever I see that, it kind of leaves a little salt in my mouth. I don't know. I don't know how you feel about that. You bought the box.
Yeah. Well, I guess it makes for a good pack to open on the podcast or to open on Insta Booster, and like then the other ones are like for me.
You know, but also I guess I'm not sure what the penetration rate is of people that are actually playing the game that are buying cards. I'd imagine that there's a significant gap between the total number of people buying cards and the total number of people actually using them in competitive play, even casually. You know what I mean? So,
well, see, the interesting thing is there's another Eevee in format that when you attach an energy from your hand, or like a basic energy, you can go search for its evolution of that type and place it on there, and that counts as evolving or whatever. And then this has a new Eevee GX, you know, so it's a GX. So if it gets knocked out, you know, they take 2 prizes, but it's got an ability. It's called Ascension DNA. Once during your turn, before you attack, if you have a Pokemon in your hand that evolves from Eevee, you may put that card onto this Pokemon to evolve it. Before evolving, heal all damage from this Pokemon.
What?
So you don't need to have the energy now. You just evolve it. So you can start with the Eevee GX and just evolve it. Like, what?
Yeah, it's pretty awesome.
It's just such a weird dynamic, but you have a 160 hit point Eevee.
That's right.
Effectively.
That's pretty awesome, though. I mean, I don't know. Whenever they have new versions of cards, it's good that they give them something new to make, you know, actually give them some kind of separation from the other Eevee.
Well, it's really cool because if it's almost like a buffer. So like, you know, you go first, you start with this. You don't evolve because you want them to hit you. They hit you, and then you're just like, oh, let me just take all the damage counters off and evolve it.
Exactly. So
into my Flareon.
Yeah. No, that's awesome. That I mean, I guess that would be the ideal way to play. So then they end up burning a turn, and you're able to just, you know, reinforce and then just wipe away the damage anyway.
Yeah, and a lot of the evolutions that are in here are really like they all have unique abilities, and not abilities, but you know, attacks, and they make them playable.
Yeah, no, that's cool. And like these sets come with a giant promo card, and you know the actual promos themselves, the normal cards.
Yeah, I never have anything I can really do with these. They're just kind of like they just take up space.
I know, I'm the same way. Like, I mean, my son loves them, so like that's the relief for me because I know that they'll actually get enjoyment and use out of it. But there was a while where I just had like full page, 8.5 by 11 like page protectors that I just had these things like floating around in a binder because there's really there's nothing you could do with them. It'd be cool if they remade a whole set like that. That way you could build a deck and then you could have like giant.
You'd have play Pokemon on your floor.
It would be like card
take
sharks.
Up the whole living room.
That'd be awesome.
Shuffling the deck, how would you even do that? The cards would go everywhere. That would
be a 52 card pickup, 60 card pickup. That'd be awesome. All right, TCG cards in General Mills cereal. Dude, I'm a cereal fiend. I love cereal. I love breakfast. I could eat breakfast for every meal every day. But growing up, prizes in cereal was like one of my favorite things in the world, and I collected this stuff. And I always would go after like the video game stuff whenever it was attached to a cereal. So now this General Mills promotion. It's a very unique and odd card choice that they put here. So you have 1 in 4 different cards, promo cards, right? Charmander, Pikachu, Eevee, and Cubone. It's like, what? So
they already gave us these. I'm pretty sure it's these same exact Pikachu and Eevee that were in like a previous promotion.
And they're all holograms. But now get this: if you shop at Walmart, you have a chance at getting the exclusive Bulbasaur card. So if you want Bulbasaur, you have to go to Walmart. So I don't know if all the cereals at Walmart have the Bulbasaur, or it's just a 1 in 5 chance at getting the Bulbasaur as opposed to the 1 in 4 if you shop anywhere else. But Goodies and cereal is good, and if you need an excuse to get, like, Cinnamon Toast Crunch is like the sugariest of the sugariest cereal on earth.
But it's got cinnamon.
Oh, so it's good for you. It's got wheat.
It's the most
it's made with grains.
tasting cereal.
Oh, it's so funny. That's good stuff. All right, let's talk about Pokemon Go, man. They had a bit of a rough week. We are in the throes of the Hoenn celebration, which has gone off well, and people have enjoyed this 2-week-long event of Gen 3 Pokemon everywhere and different raid bosses and different research and all that stuff. But last Saturday, they had a Phoebus limited research day where for 3 hours, your normal community day hours, you would have the ability to pick up limited research from Pokestops that would grant you a Phoebus encounter, and then the Phoebus could be shiny. So, on paper, this sounded like the most fantastic idea ever for releasing a shiny. Like this, it sounded very cool. But in practice, what ended up happening...
It sucked.
Yeah. Yep. The tasks that you needed to do to get the Phoebus encounter were too long. 15 throws, 10 throws, hatch an egg, get a buddy candy, all stuff that takes time, and you only had 3 hours. So even if you were really, really pushing and really grinding, the amount of volume of opportunities that you can get would be low. And then the drop rate. So it happened in Europe first. And apparently the drop rate from these shiny encounters or potential shiny encounters was 1 in 40. Now, when you think of the grand scheme of things of the main series games and all that, even, getting a catch combo in Let's Go and getting it down to 300 odds or something like that, this is 1 in 40. But when you're only able to maybe complete 10 or 20 research tasks over the 3-hour window, your odds are super low. So everyone complained when it happened in Europe. And now the US was the next day. So we heard about it. Niantic reacted, and they ended up cutting the odds in half in our favor. So then it became a 1 in 20 chance to get the Phoebus. But again, same thing. Because you were doing a limited amount of these research, and it was ironic that they called it limited research, the odds of getting one, it was just harder to get. Now, Adam, how many did you end up doing?
I want to say 13. And the first one I completed, which was 10 great throws, that was my first one I completed, and I got a shiny the first one.
See, statistical anomaly. Of course, I'd rather it happen to you, but you were one of the lucky ones, because if you just go on Twitter or look on Reddit, man, it was a overwhelming negative feel for this event. And there was some really good constructive criticism that was out there of how to make this better and how to use this same concept to deliver this, new Pokemon or a new shiny or something like that. Because on paper, this seemed like a great event. Like, I hope they do this again and just tighten it up and make these tasks a little bit more practical, because I don't know, it's different. It's not about community day. It's not about catching the Pokemon in the wild. You're trying to get an encounter for a Pokemon. So it's just a different approach. So I hope they continue to do this. And I could see them, doing this maybe in conjunction with a community day or something where, this is a recurring monthly thing. But it didn't really work out for them. But I think we're going to see an event like this come back around just because. Oh, and then one more Pokemon Go thing. They did announce Swinub Community Day. It's going to be another Saturday event, which I can't play because I work on Saturdays. I hate it. But Saturday, February 16th, normal Community Day hours. It will be Swinub. They are releasing Mamoswine on that day if you evolve your Piloswine with a Sinnoh Stone. So you're going to need a Sinnoh Stone to make it a little bit easier. They've been very weird with their messaging, but apparently, if you do 5 PvP battles during the Community Day window, you will get 5 guaranteed Sinnoh Stones. So now they didn't clarify that if you do PvP battles prior to this, that you will lose your opportunity. It's just, there's a lot of vagueness going around, and Niantic support even put a tweet out kind of clarifying it, and that was still confusing. So stay tuned for more information on that, but Swinub Community Day coming February 16th.
In my head, if you just do it on your community day, like the day itself, that's what I got from the message. But
I think in that clarification tweet, they said during the Community Day window. They didn't say like on the day of. So you know how sometimes when they do like a free incubator event where you have to spin, and it's like if you spin the stop prior to 4 p.m. or whenever that event turns over, you're beat. So that's what I'm saying. Like if you do a PvP match before the community day window, did you just blow one of your opportunities to get a guaranteed Sinnoh? Like that's gonna bum a lot of people out. And I mean, I haven't got a Sinnoh, I think, in like my last 24 or 25 attempts doing PvP battles every day. So it's like...
Yeah, I've been stuck at a solid 7.
Yeah, I have 2 in my inventory right now, and I'm banking them, thank goodness, because I want to at least do the Mamoswine on that day. But and it will have an exclusive move, we just don't know yet, but I'm sure that'll be coming in the next week or so. All right, Adam, don't spend money, but why don't you talk about some of this stuff on Etsy?
The first thing that we're checking out is gonna be this Bidoof hat. Somebody made a Bidoof hat, and it is the cutest, most adorable.
It's legit.
Like you think Bidoof looks like ridiculous in Pokemon Go, or just in its little sprite or whatever, but this is like, he's got more of a thinned out face.
Well, picture
this hat.
Picture like when you see a little tiny baby that has like a little like tiger hat on, or like a little baby hat with an animal, like, and it looks so cute. This is like a human, or this is like an adult sized version of that, but it's Bidoof with the big buck teeth and everything. It is so good. Lily Nico is the name of the artist, and definitely check this out, because for some reason I think like next week I'm going to do a Skype call with Adam, and he's just going to be wearing this hat nonchalant, just like, and not even bring it up.
Maybe. You don't know.
All right, and what about this Pokénatomy book? Now, this is hella impressive. This is so cool. This is exceptionally impressive and very much worth the price.
Yeah, somebody basically took all the Pokemon, and they do like a 50-50 split, and it shows you like the skeleton underneath the actual Pokemon itself. And
the guts, like the organs, and it's like it's like a full... It's so awesome.
I'm looking at Tangela right now, and I am disgusted. Picture like a zombie, a cartooned zombie from just some old 80s cartoon, and like that's the face that's underneath Tangela.
It's so well done. It's a super high quality book, and it has really nice filigree and gold leaf kind of printing on the front. It's limited to 1,500, so $45. This is awesome. Like if you were to go to Barnes & Noble and pick up, a big hardbound glossy paged art book like this, it's going to cost you more than $45. So the fact that this is kind of like an independent thing and limited to 1,500, it's like, the 5-star reviews over and over and over from everyone just saying like, I cannot believe this book is this nice. So I'm super impressed.
And then somebody took a 3D printer and made the Cubone skull.
And then hand painted it. The hand painting is what does it for me, because we've seen, I think we've even talked about like a couple episodes ago, there was like a 3D printed like Oddish or Bulbasaur like little planter.
Yes.
There's a lot of people that do 3D printed stuff on Etsy, but this artist took it a step further and hand painted this thing, and it looks distressed and it looks like legit real bone. It is awesome. Like I would rock this as like a paperweight on my desk at work. I know people would look at me weird and either think I'm a cowboy or a freak, but like, why do you have a bull? Is that a bull? It's like, no, man, that's a Cubone, dude.
Well, there's a little hourglass, and it says almost gone. There's only one left.
Oh no, is there?
Did you add this to the cart yet?
No, oh man, it does say that. Oh, there's only one left. Oh my gosh. So, well, check this out. Look at the link in the description. If you've got $15 to spend it on this and support this artist and gobble this up, because yes, there legit is one left. And I would have noticed that when I put this in the show notes a couple days ago. And so these things are clearly selling out. But it's really cool. And this artist has a bunch of cool stuff that's 3D printed with painting. There's a Legend of Zelda Majora's Mask, which is absolutely phenomenal. Just absolutely awesome. Let's get into this episode. Pokemon the Series, episode 57, Beach Blank-Out Blastoise. Kind of a funky name, but let's get into that. We're going to take a quick break. When we come back, we'll have our Amazon all queued up, and we'll watch this episode. We'll be back in just a moment. And we are back. Thank you for that.
Back again.
Your patience. All right, we have our Amazon Prime all booked up. We are going to be watching episode 57, Beach Blank-Out Blastoise. The U.S. air date of this episode was September 20th, 1999, as episode 57. The Japanese air date was August 27th, 1998. This was actually episode 60 in that run. So still a little bit of a difference between the episode numbers from the Japan run to the U.S. run. But again, different censors, different release dates, different things, prevented certain episodes from coming out. So 57 for us, 60 for the Japanese when it first came out. But here we go. Beach Blank-Out Blastoise. We are going to start this show in 3, 2, 1, go.
Go!
Go!
Pokemon Go! Go! It's so crazy how Pokemon, like that song, it was like, Pokemon Go! Go! To be master. They knew Pokemon Go was going to be a thing before they even knew it was the thing. Our courage will pull us through.
Hold on, where's my, here it comes. Yes, the Butterfree and the Bulbasaur. So, I thoroughly enjoyed the last episode too. Like that Blaine battle was awesome, and they do a little recap here, which is pretty cool because this was a monumentous episode. I think a lot of cool things happened as far as the timeline. Ash got the volcano badge. He bonded with Charizard. Charizard really showed his mettle of what he could do. We saw Seismic Toss, which is fantastic, and it was just I don't know. It was more than half of the episode seemed like it was a battle. It was just fighting the whole time. It was so cool. There's
too much fun.
There's the Seismic Toss, such an awesome move.
Around the world.
Yeah, you learn a lot about Charizard. He can fly around the world in like a second. He can go under lava and not die.
I'm pretty sure he died. Pokemon's just like, we can't kill him. They just faint.
And Magmar was like, oh my god, I'm back in the fight. And then it was just like, just kidding.
Just kidding, my butt head. I had a double headache.
I've got a headache this big. Does this hat make my butt look big? Wow, this is a long recap.
Yeah, no, it was obnoxiously long. Like, yes, we know he got the badge. We know his Charizard defeated Magmar. Like, we've been over this. You didn't need to see the attacks, but...
I know, right?
So the opening of the episode, they're all running and like chasing after the fairy that's getting ready to leave.
Well, apparently this is the last fairy off
the last
Cinnabar,
one.
so like...
Right? They're going to be stuck there forever. They almost fell down those stairs. I'm not sure if you saw Ash almost like jump.
I did see that. He kind of like skipped a couple steps. Oh
no! Ash, you gotta... This is what Pokemon Go is all about. Be aware of your surroundings.
Yes. All right, Beach Blank-Out Blastoise. I gotta say, that's a weird title, man. Like, I don't really follow the title. It's kind of weird. But this Wartortle like walks right out in front of him, and
it's apparently a rare Pokemon.
Yeah, but good opportunity to bring out the Dex, and I like the fact that you get to see the difference in scale, like how much bigger it is than Pikachu. It's kind of cool. He spazzes out. Now, it's like, you would think that Ash could understand all Pokemon, but apparently he could only understand Pikachu because this Wartortle's like talking Wartortle, and he has no idea what he's saying. And Pikachu actually brings out Squirtle to kind of try to translate, but Pikachu can understand Squirtle? I mean, Ash can understand Squirtle?
Yeah, and then this is my favorite. So Squirtle busts out. He's like, you remember that one episode? Well, puts on his Squirtle Squad sunglasses and just books it.
Yeah, and he's like, peace out.
Let's grab a boat and follow them.
All right.
And then this,
I
let's
know.
grab a boat and follow them? When I watched this, I was like, they were freaking out about catching the fairy. And then, oh, hold on. Here's a boat. Here's my Goldeen. Star you, star me. Let me just wrap some rope around them and make them push us.
I know,
we don't need motors.
The fact that they're just like, let's find a boat, and they just end up in a boat, it's like, that is so good. Like, it just doesn't matter.
Who did they steal it from? That's what I want to know.
Yeah, someone's missing a boat.
I'm on a boat and
It looks like those little
Team
twirls
Rocket's
have stumbled on
following
something.
us.
Yo, I gotta say, this Gyarados sub, we've seen this before. I mean, how long ago was that when we saw that Gyarados sub? It's been a bunch of episodes, but it's the weirdest thing, man. Like, it looks so weird, but it's pretty funny. So now you kind of get an idea of why
Oh, I hope they're all right.
Squirtle is rocking the Squirtle Squad sunglasses, because apparently they're on an island that's filled with Squirtle because there's shells everywhere. So they had to do something to be able to differentiate easily who Ash's Squirtle was. So obviously rock the Squirtle Squad shades. All right, and now we see the giant Blastoise shell that's just kind of chilling on a little pedestal.
These shellfish Pokemon, the evolved form of Wartortle.
He's a shellfish?
You know, I wanted to look it up on Bulbapedia, but yeah, he's the shellfish Pokemon. I'm going to have to look that up.
Cannon on its back are virtually unstoppable.
This is our lucky day. I gotta get up close to it.
See, I thought Ash was gonna be like, oh, it's our lucky day, let's catch him. Like,
Well-
he's asleep. You could probably catch him.
Yeah, you know what? You're right.
That's an easy
Should
catch.
have
right
took
there.
advantage of that.
Just get out all the Pokeballs. Get a Wartortle, a Squirtle,
Ash?
Ash, are
and apparently you have to hug it to fall asleep.
All right.
Oh, Squirtle's listening to it.
So when Ash hugs the Pokemon, hugs the giant Blastoise shell, that, you know, there's no, all the arms and legs and heads, everybody's tucked into their shell. But when Ash hugs the Blastoise shell, falls asleep. Wartortle hugs, or Squirtle hugs the shell, falls asleep.
keep trying.
And then he like just goes into a shell. Like, I don't. You'd think that he would just fall backwards and like fall asleep.
No, he had to go to sleep mode.
Pikachu, try an electroshock alarm clock.
All right, electric
And then
shock
Misty.
alarm clock. This is. He gets everybody. It's so good.
What's the matter, Ash? Dreaming about being a Pokemon master? I guess I did doze off.
So you see, they had to put the sunglasses on him, right? Like that would be the only way to know him, to tell him apart.
As to me, I heard this sound coming from Blastoise and fell asleep. Right? Squirtle. What kind of a sound? Some kind of weird music that sounded kind of familiar. You all heard the weird sound too, didn't you?
So I was super confused when I heard this part. I was just like, what is he possibly talking about?
Anywhere until we wake up that Blastoise. I was afraid of that. But I won't be able to do it alone, so can I count on you to help?
Wartortle. Squirtle, Squirtle.
All right then, let Operation Wake Up begin. All right.
Let's do it.
Looks like those brats have brought us right to a Blastoise bonanza.
Not to mention all those other shellicious Pokemon.
For a team of Pokemon thieves, this is like Fantasy Island.
Now all we have to do is grab Blastoise before it wakes up.
The boss will give us all promotions.
Let's see if I've got the story straight. This island is the kingdom for turtle Pokemon, who live under the rule of Blastoise.
All right, sorry about that, everyone. Our Skype just cut out for a second. We're back. All right, so now we see Team Rocket, and there's the Gyarados. There's the Gyarados face. It's the greatest thing ever. So they don't know what's going on. But apparently they can see from out, with their binoculars that Blastoise is asleep. But all right, yeah, look at this. Look how derpy this. That's the greatest Blastoise I've ever seen.
What was happening? It headed to the mainland for help and bumped
Well,
into us.
Team Rocket's ridiculous.
Is that the way it happened?
Gee, people have searched for the turtle Pokemon's breeding grounds for years. Could this really be it?
Imagine all the stuff I can learn about Pokemon
So
breeding
I
if
don't,
you're right.
it's funny how this is all documented and they're kind of telling
The
the
Turtle
story. and,
Pokemon King.
you
Where's
know,
his crown?
like this.
That's
Look
what
at him run on the water.
He's a
But
king. Where's his
so
crown?
apparently he was the only one that didn't get affected by whatever the heck is going on this island.
Well, I mean, you got to think like all the Squirtles and Wartortles. They probably got in line to be like, "Oh, hey, are you okay? No, sleep. Are you okay?
Oh, I
Sleep.
see what
Are
you're
you
saying.
okay?
Yeah.
Asleep. What's
Yep,
going on?
yep.
Are you asleep?
Why does everyone keep falling asleep when they touch this Pokemon?
Ash, get off of Blastoise. Ash, Blastoise wakes up and Ash is like,
Cannon, Blastoise.
On his back. But
rodeo,
look how excited everyone is.
but he's backwards on Blastoise's face. Like, what?
That's the problem.
Blastoise,
Look, there's no spot for even his hydro cannons at all on his shell.
Oh, those just morph out of his shoulders.
There they are. There they go.
And I like how when he did do the Pokedex, you know, it mentions that he has his hydro cannon.
Keep it away from us, please.
Yep.
Oh, Misty, how bad could it be?
Squirtle.
And of course, we all know what's stuck inside of his cannon. We all know it's a Jigglypuff.
But how?
And then its ear pops out. Like what? Brock and Misty know exactly what's up. Keep it away. Get back. Get back. Misty, how bad could it be? Ash, just use your eyes. Come on. That sound. Oh no!
Yeah, it's Jigglypuff. So it's like clearly, you know, this is what's going on. Look, now, but you see the Wart Turtle fell asleep, but they didn't go in their shell. Oh, there you go. There it is.
One by one, they just get sucked back into their shell. Oh, they must be using Withdraw.
And of course, Team Rocket uses this as their opportunity to kind of take advantage of it, and some fantastic animation here for sure.
And I love when they change the motto just enough to be witty and relevant to the situation.
Why do I always get roped into these things? I had to go and open my big meow.
Good night. See?
That's right.
Go get him, Tiger.
You mean chicken?
Who wants to be the hero?
All right. So take note. They asked who wants to be the hero. Meowth volunteers. Team Rocket obviously didn't want to do it.
And they back away.
But now he's like, how did I get roped into this? It's like, bro, you're the one that just volunteered.
Oh, something's wrong. Quick,
Go get him, Tiger.
Jesse?
And like,
I guess I'd be scared if I was Meowth.
I mean, I don't know. They're all sleeping, so
Meowth's out like a lox.
Wake up,
wobble. Meowth is just wobbling back and forth. Here's a faint Jigglypuff song.
We've got to get that Blastoise.
We don't need Meowth for that.
James has to
I
reel
don't wanna get
Meowth
too
back
close
in
to
because
that
he fell
thing.
asleep.
But
You're obviously
but
forgetting that
yeah,
our
but
dangerous
actually by
Scrabble.
reeling Meowth back in, it makes this little channel in the sand, like, you know, digging him out.
Front hand,
Look how-
backhand,
dude,
front
look
hand,
how great this
backhand.
is. I know. So good. The slaps are so good. Look at that. Dude, they totally just like play Meowth out. That's so crazy.
The Gyarados grabber.
Oh snap, the Gyarados grabber.
It's just
Press
a
the
button. Oh, it's just a big plunger. Ka-thunk. And this
You
thing
see, like,
rips
right into the
Blastoise
groove.
off, and just huge trail in the sand.
That was a good nap.
I know,
Poor
his big
Meowth.
puffy red cheeks.
Blastoise.
It's Pikachu!
Ash, could you try
Du-du-du-du.
again, please? Misty, Blastoise is gone.
Psycho peepers.
And at least it's sort of relevant.
Everything's gonna be okay.
You know Misty has one.
Yeah, you did see Horsey before, yeah. But what I like about this scene now, the way this plays out, is when the party wakes up, they feel that feeling of, did we just lose?
What's going on?
Like, they're so confused as to, like, what possibly could have happened. Everyone's panicking. It's like, I don't know. I think that's cool because you don't really see that a lot.
You tell him. Squirtle.
So everyone's panicking to the point where Squirtle, Ash's Squirtle, like water guns everybody,
yeah, he's
like,
just like,
snap
come on,
everybody
come
out
on.
of it.
That's what happens when you've got a great trainer.
And this part's so cool because like
Maybe they're just
Squirtle
impressed by the
Squad
sun
Squirtle
glasses.
is literally just he's like rallying the troops. He's like, who do we want to save? Blastoise.
Exactly.
Who's gonna save him?
But of course,
Us.
in Squirtle,
What are we gonna do? Squirtle. How are we gonna do it? Squirtle.
Squirtle.
Go get him, Squirtle. You can do it.
I'm impressed
Yeah.
by the sunglasses, Brock.
Success.
And then you know,
Said it.
Squirtle notices the trail in the sand,
As easy as picking shells
and
off the
of
side.
course Squirtle's like, what are we gonna do? We're gonna follow it.
All the Pokemon we want.
We're gonna
Squirtle,
Squirtle.
Squirtle, Squirtle, and then everybody follows him. Doop, 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 doop.
So will I.
Me too.
They're like lemmings. It's pretty funny.
Maybe some confusion.
Who's gonna
They swim in
take
formation, though. I wonder if that's like a known
I
thing.
think we better clear this up, don't you?
Bro, look
so
at
look
that.
at- so watch
It's-
this,
The
okay?
sub is so weird.
So they're sipping with straws, some adult juice, if you will. And all three of them are fighting right now, complaining about. Well, they're saying, "Oh, I'm gonna catch the most Pokemon."
You stay out of this, Meowth.
Pokemon aren't for
Ooh,
Pokemon.
who's gonna get the like? So now they want to fight about who's getting like credit for capturing this Blastoise.
Huh? What's that unusual
And so-
sound?
Whatever
It should be
And now,
Meowth.
hold on. So, what happens next is they toss Meowth
Relax.
against the side of it.
Oh,
Well, okay, they punch him first apparently, and then kick him.
yeah,
But
bro, they really beat up
his
Meowth
kick
this episode.
destroy. What is this thing made out of? That they're underwater as a
Tinfoil.
submarine, and they kick Meowth hard enough to create leaks. Like, I don't understand. And then Jigglypuff starts singing. They all fall asleep. They're all gonna die. This is just like the SSN. You see it sinking, just like the SSN.
You're right. You're right.
And like, if Squirtles didn't lift the Gyarados thing out of the water, they would have all just died.
Yeah, they'd be dead. They'd be dead.
All of them,
Attitude? We just saved
except for
your slimy lives.
Blastoise, because he's a water type
Rescue you
and
to
probably
save
can
our
survive that.
lives.
Well, I'm great.
There are mortal enemies.
And
How
they're
dare you be
given
grateful they
CPR.
saved your life?
I kind of feel sorry for
So-
that guy.
Who asked
There's
you?
been a couple times already where Ash and the crew kind
They're
of
about to attack.
take care of Team Rocket, and then Team Rocket
Again, the
immediately is
SSN.
like, "Yo, what are you doing?"
That's where they saved him last time.
Yeah, the SSN episode. Yep.
Finished.
In fact,
And James is like, you know, I appreciate you guys saving me. Thank you.
You'll never get through to Jesse though.
This doesn't look good.
Yeah, Squirtle Squad is
Pedal to the metal.
lit.
well, now we'll take that Blastoise.
So there's always the red button, right?
Always.
So the Gyarados sub now transforms into this Gyarados tank.
Make claws. Treads and claws.
All this technology, but it's still pedal powered.
Of course we won't. Why should we?
Look how weird it is. It's like a
Well,
cucumber.
didn't it? Wasn't it just leaking? Like, you'd think that it would just fall apart.
And those are like the most unimpressed Squirtles and War Turtles ever doing water gun. They're just like, eh.
Are you okay?
We've got to do something to save them.
We're having such a Blastoise.
Thanks, Meowth. Thank you, Meowth. Yes, thank
I
you.
need you, Blastoise. Please wake up.
Oh,
It's
Man,
no
they just
use,
knocked
Pikachu.
Squirtle Squad, Squirtle out
Use your
of
attacks
the
to wake
way.
Blastoise up. Give it your best shot.
yeah, we got to do something. Meanwhile, Blastoise is just chilling, still sleeping.
And Jigglypuff's still stuck.
It's like-
Can that thing even breathe?
That's what I mean. But like through this whole time, like really getting Jigglypuff out was not the priority. Like it doesn't make any sense.
And then this is pretty cool because the Thunderbolt or whatever is mixing with a water gun, and it's carrying the
Yeah.
electricity. But like, wouldn't that go both?
It reminds me of a
Yeah, but
team
wouldn't
up
that go
card.
both ways? So like, shouldn't Squirtle
Yeah.
be electrocuted too? I mean, I'm no
Yeah.
rocket scientist, but I'm pretty sure.
All right, wait. So Jigglypuff just got blasted out of the Hydro Cannon by this and right into the mouth of the Gyarados sub. But now, through pain, Blastoise is awake.
Rocket stop dead in its tracks.
Blastoise is the bomb.
Ooh,
So you wanna get
you see
tough?
his Hydro
Well,
Cannons.
what's turn tough guy into turtle soup?
Yo, I like how the sub all of a sudden makes an expression like it's a real Gyarados.
Team Rocket stopped in. Blastoise is the bomb.
Blastoise is the bomb. It's so bad.
Turtle soup. Oh no.
This is kind of cool though because it shows you how strong Blastoise is. Get some.
They're like, what? Our cheap little tin can broke?
Hey, Squirtle! I think Jigglypuff is still
thumbnail.
inside that thing.
And then all the squirrels get...
Horrible dream.
They all team up.
No, never again.
And here comes the Hydro Cannon. Get it! Get it! Blast off at the speed of light. Goodbye.
Well, see, this was pretty cool, too, because, like, I'm waiting for the ding. You know, normally they get blasted off, and you got the little star.
Yep.
Jigglypuff, again. Puts them to sleep, okay? Again. Puts them to sleep again. Gyarados tank, sub, whatever you want to call it, lands in the water, sinks.
It's like there's multiple search and rescue
And, like,
missions.
so look, boom, there's a huge explosion. Okay, so all 3 of them are dead? Oh, Squirtle went to save all of them. That's right. Squirtle went to save...
Just watch. Just
No, I
watch,
know,
bro.
that's why this is so funny. Squirtle just saves Jigglypuff.
I know. Leaves Team
So
Rocket.
they're dead. They died. They're dead. And so Jigglypuff was knocked out, like, clearly from the explosion.
Well, no, yeah, but when it first came on the ground, it had the swirly eyes, but it comes back too quickly and begins singing, puts everyone to sleep yet again. And then we see the classic Puff.
Marker to the sky.
This is legit though, because so we see Ash, we see Pikachu, there's, you know, Togepi's got like every single Squirtle and Wartortle is all decorated. Even Blastoise got the treatment, so good. And Brock, look how it's so good. It's like it looks like his eyes are open.
Character.
I was like halfway breaking the fourth wall.
Cartoon character, like that could ever happen. You tell him, Ash.
Hardy.
And then get back on that boat.
Yeah, let me go take this stolen boat.
and then the narrator's like, all right, they're leaving the island.
To his 8th badge and his next
Like, what?
adventure.
Whose boat is this?
But like, where are they going? Are they going back to Cinnabar?
I don't know. Nobody has any idea.
Right?
I wonder what happened to Team Rocket. Did they ever die?
I'm getting sick
Oh,
of all
no,
this
they're still
Look, they're
alive.
dead.
And when I first saw this, I was like, oh my god, Meowth has black eyes. And then realized that they're Jigglypuff markings. And like, when
Yep.
did Jigglypuff have time for that? The thing blew up the second that they started falling. Like, in mid-fall, Jigglypuff was just like...
Jigglypuff did not mess around. He's like, now's my chance. So, where we had like a clear start, middle, finish ending of the last 2 episodes, the whole little Blaine arc, I have no idea where the party's going right now. Like, where are they going? Are they going back to Cinnabar? Are they going to... I don't know. I just don't know.
All in all, that was a fantastic episode.
No, that was awesome. I thoroughly enjoyed this one. I thought that the fact that they kind of were so focused on getting off of Cinnabar, and then they just took this like total tangent. Like, I always like when they do that, because it shows the, you know, just the curiosity of kids. You know what I mean? Like, I can picture them doing that, like completely throwing their plans to the wind and being like, no, we got to do this now.
Well, yeah, I mean, who wouldn't want to go to a random island?
All right, but yeah, totally good episode.
Yeah,
I dig it.
would
I dig it.
highly recommend. If you don't watch the Charizard one, watch the Blastoise one. It is worth every penny of watching it.
All right, now I spent some pennies on a booster.
Oh, yeah?
I have a Lost Thunder booster here.
Lost Thunder.
And the last 2 packs I've opened on the show have been not so hot. So here we go. Choice Helmet, Mantine, Girafarig, Poipole, Larvitar, Tangela. Oh, this card is awesome. It's like the artwork is Tangela and a bunch of yarn, like balls of yarn. So good. Nincada, Chinchou. My reverse is a Onyx. This is really cool art. And my rare is a non-hollow Dustox. Womp. Womp.
All right, I will opt to open a Lost Thunder. I was going to do Guardians Rising, but since you didn't get anything good, I'm going with my My Lost Thunder.
Yes, please redeem the set.
All right. I've got Fanfi, Wurmple, Marini, Yamask, Stunfisk, Xatu, Bayleaf, Dedenne. My reverse holo is a rare Blissey, happiness supplement ability. And my holo is a Blissey happiness
No way.
supplement.
That is so funny. That's happened to me before. That's definitely happened to me before, but that's pretty
the
funny.
art on this looks like it's from like Sailor Moon because there's a big moon in the back. I don't know. I guess you have to look at both of them at the same time for it, but
well, that'll make for a good Instagram post. The dual chances.
Well, they're Blissies.
Or dual Blissies. So, very good. But all right, everyone, that's pretty much going to wrap up this week's show. Thank you so much for checking us out. Please email us, info@gottawatchemall.com. We now have a voicemail line. You can leave us a voicemail, text, send us pictures, all that good stuff. 732-835-8639. If you leave us a voicemail, we will play it on the show. Check out Gotta Watch 'Em All for everything that we're doing, and please leave us a review in iTunes. We would greatly appreciate it. Adam, you got anything else?
No. I always think I have something. No.
All right, everyone. Well, that's going to wrap it up. Thank you so much. We'll see everybody next week. So long.